Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Not a lot of room. It found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Tigers are on the move. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Coaches preach all week about physicality, physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field. This is how our defense is going to be. Do not run the football because we will knock you senseless.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. A first down for the offense. Power football with the run. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Handoff to the lone back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Jones to throw. Going to try to get it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. We need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Well, jet sweep pass. Shakes off the defender. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Hurricanes are on the move. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
They'll ride the hot hand. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down to the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal coming up. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, going up top. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Miami offense will take over 1st and
10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Here's the give off the left side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. He'll just keep slinging it. Pressure coming. The throw. He looks that one in nicely. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UConn is getting dominated today. And, you know, the folks in stores deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 17 to Buffalo. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. Fights off a defender. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Canes will hustle to the line. Jones wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, and still got him on the turf. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Hey, how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working. Using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the Miami offense will take over. 1st and
10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been.
The 39.
Successful? Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play. And
the expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Auburn! And that one will give them the lead. And a huge run from the back for 6.
man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for a crease, it's Barnes. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Jones to throw. Looking left. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He gets a block. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. A strike downfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. The defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Quarterback checking off. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes the pass. Got his man. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. The snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. Keep catches it and does the rest, walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 7 over New Mexico State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Auburn 17, Miami 7.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Miami, number 12, with the carry.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Jones to throw. Gets it to the back. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out.
And they try to pass for it, and they complete the pass, and you just need a little second effort, something to break a tackle and maybe get into the end zone, but they weren't able to get it.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the lumber.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Jones wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Canes have this offense rolling. Quarterback keeper. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close at the line of scrimmage.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a spot in the middle. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Miami! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Miami. Number 0.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Central Michigan is going to walk off the field there in Mount Pleasant with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Motion from the offense. He'll take it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 8. In the end.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive.
Miami.
And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going. He's going for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense of getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they've got a couple of timeouts, but I don't think there's enough time on the clock to pass on the onside kick. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Hurricanes inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Now on the option. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Miami.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to be a terrific battle. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Golden Gophers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy, David. You know the defense. They're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
6, Minnesota 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside and he pumps it up inside the 20. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He'll toss it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run.
is good.
He scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Golden Gophers offense will go to work for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And the Golden Gophers are in the hurry up.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's McDonald. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Found a little running room on that one. Before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Bowles his way.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Nice move to keep moving. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit.
All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Man, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
He's got great speed. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Got the 1st down and more. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out.
Number 17.
Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Duke. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. He'll try it again. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I know it gets sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Across the 25, he's got room. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Going for 6. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. Ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as a result, the defense gets the INT.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. This time it's complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets open down the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. 4 wide receivers spread across the field on 2nd and inches. He's right on target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pocket starts to collapse. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They keep attacking through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. And he's going to go out of bounds short of the line to gain. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
That makes the score. Ohio State.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Using the quick game. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Wants to throw on 3rd. On the run, fires downfield. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Huntington Bank Stadium.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change.
Fires the pass, intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on.
This quarterback is such a weapon on these design QB runs. He's not trying to just go get first downs. This guy's a threat to take it the distance, and man, he did it right there.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And that pass is intercepted. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ohio State 34, Minnesota 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Calls his own number.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Wide out in motion. On the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Here comes the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football.
And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pitch. Looking for a productive play on first down. The run to the right. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that pass picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To the ground with the back. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Makes him talk to the hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On the move is the 30. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. At the 45, on his way. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Here comes the two-point try. On the option. Quick toss. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, Minnesota, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the bridge. To the ground, he's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just 1 over Duke. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running with power.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Whitaker. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Fast motion from the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man on the right. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
On second down, he'll fire. Catch in the middle. It's Walters. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Third and goal coming up here. Makes his connection. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but not...
And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And he tacks on the extra point.
49, Minnesota, 7.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught on the outside, it's Cobb. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Crosses to 35. Oh, look out, there he goes. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Grab behind the lines. It's Whitaker. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. Quick pass on the jet motion. Smashes through. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another... Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to run for it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Irish send out the punt unit. Running it back, it's Duggan. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Ohio State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
Second down coming up. That's caught. It's Wong. Makes the catch and knocked down. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Off the play fake on first down. He's got an open man. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used the reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
We'll see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
They go right back to him. On his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Quickly complete.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got his man downfield. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll go back to the ground. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Line getting set on second down. They move the tight end all over. Give to the running back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. Trying to pound their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Still on his feet. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Powers through. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Slips a tackle. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Back to the air one more time. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Irish send out the punt unit. Look at this. He's going to catch it right in front of his own goal line. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give to the back. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You just wonder about this guy's confidence right now. After fumbling in his last game, he's just fumbled again now. He seems like he's a little bit unsure of himself, and because of that, if you're the offensive coordinator, how many more times do you want to go back to this guy in this game?
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. He's back to throw on second down. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
He's got his man. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Coleman? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give to the tailback. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It's complete to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
From this spot on the field, that would be a 53-yard field goal, but they'll leave the offense out there and try to pick up the first on fourth down. The Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick in. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Touchdown, Ohio State. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that one.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Trying to get to it. Wide open downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Makes the grab on the left. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. The quarterback scrambled around with the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Safe completion on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Irish send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the move, it's Duggan. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He lets one fly deep. It's complete. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Throwing right. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cabrera. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes the grab inside the 30. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Coming out with it, it's Conrad. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Going up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking to throw on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback adapted. Throws into the middle of the field. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He makes the catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
Makes the grab down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. They'll run it on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's off to the races. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes the easy one to the back. On the move at the 30. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. On the move. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting? They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to buy time. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. Finds a crease at the 20. Afterburner's coming. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's got his man. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation. But we've got overtime coming. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. You get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
It's good! A hero for the game! A game-winning field goal in overtime!
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Headed to the end zone. He got it in. A walk-off touchdown in overtime.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.